Hello. In the previous video, we discussed the concept of nominative and objective case of nouns and pronouns. In this video, we will learn about the possessive or genitive case of nouns and pronouns. As the name suggests, sometimes the usage of nouns and pronouns clearly indicate possession over objects or content. Therefore, the noun or pronoun which represents ownership or possession, origin or authorship is said to be in the possessive case or genitive case. Now, how do we find out whether it is the possessive case or not? So, it is depicted by using the apostrophe. That is the sign of possession. You put the apostrophe and it answers the question whose. Let us take a few examples. This is Ajay's book. Now, if you can see in the sentence, when we take the noun Ajay, to show that the book belongs to him, we have put an apostrophe and S. Ajay's book. So what is the question we'll ask here? Whose book is it? Ajay's book. So this shows the possession. Preeti's school is well known for academic excellence. Again the same thing. Which school is known for academic excellence? Whose school? And the answer you get, Preeti's school. So this is an identification. The school where Preeti studies. So when you see the apostrophe and sometimes there is an S after that, you realize that there is ownership or possession, origin or authorship. Now there are certain rules to be followed when we use the possessive case. Now the first rule. When the noun is singular, we add apostrophe S to the noun to make it possessive. Just look at this example. Roy's camera was sleek and handy. Now whose camera? Roy's camera. So what have we done? Roy is the noun, it is a proper noun, and to show the possession, apostrophe has been given after Roy and then S. So apostrophe S. So this shows that the camera belongs to Roy. The actor's car was fabulous. Now here also, whose car? The actor's car. So actor is the noun and then you add apostrophe and S. So it shows the possession, the actor's car. Now what happens if the noun is plural? If the noun is plural and ends in S, then only the apostrophe is added to form the possessive. We discussed, singular and plural number, and one common rule was, or one main rule at least, was when you make a singular noun plural, we add an S. So look at this example. The girl's clothes were beautiful. Now girl is singular. To make it plural, we have to add an S, so it becomes girls. Now if you want to show possession, if you add apostrophe S, it becomes too much of S, it becomes like hissing. So what we do is, in this case, when the noun is plural and there is an S already with that word, we just add an apostrophe. So girls and then put an apostrophe. The lion's roar could be clearly heard. Lion is singular, lions is plural. There is an S already there now. So we just add an apostrophe to form the possessive. Now if the noun is plural but it does not end in S, then apostrophe S is added to form the possessive. Because now there is no confusion. There will not be two S's there. The women's team won the tournament. Now, what is the singular? Woman. The plural form of woman is women. So it doesn't end in S. So in such a case, when the plural does not end in S, you put the apostrophe and then the S. The children's shoes were coated with mud. Child is singular. Children is the plural form, which does not end in S. So after children, you put an apostrophe and S to show the possessive. Sometimes the noun consists of more than one word. Then the apostrophe is added to the last word only. We don't have to add it to each word, but only to the last word. Let's see this example. The sports secretary's speech was much appreciated. Now, when you read the sentence itself, you can understand that the sports secretary, now this is a designation, this is a post of office. So the whole thing comes together. So that is why the apostrophe is added only after secretary, because the sports secretary's speech. So we don't add it to the sports secretary, we don't add it to the three words, but we add it to the last word, which is secretary in this case. So the sports secretary's speech was much appreciated. The Indian cricket team's victory motorcade was stunning. Now here also when you read, you can understand that the Indian cricket team, it comes together. So when we are putting the apostrophe and S to show possession, whose motorcade, so we will put it only after the last word there, team. So Indian cricket team's victory motorcade was stunning. So we have to just understand which is the subject, which is the noun, and accordingly you have to put the apostrophe S only to the last word if the noun consists of more than one word. Sometimes two nouns are spoken of together. In that case, the apostrophe is added to the second noun. Now here also you have to understand the sentence. See this example. Neha and Veena's dance performance was a treat for sore eyes. Now what are we talking about? We are talking about a dance performance. And two girls, they gave a dance performance. Who are the girls? Neha and Veena. So they must have performed together. So we are talking about the two girls together, as because they performed together. So when we put the apostrophe, we don't have to put it for each of the two words, but we put it only for the last one, for the second one. So Neha and Veena's. So in the second name, second noun, we are putting apostrophe S. Dance performance was a treat for sore eyes. So this is when the two nouns are spoken of together. So you have to understand the meaning of the sentence and then put the apostrophe S. Tim and Blake's musical duet held the audience spellbound. Now in this case, what is the meaning of duet? Two people performing together. So Tim and Blake, two people who are performing a musical duet on the stage. So here also both the nouns are taken together. So we put the apostrophe S to the second name, which is Blake. So Tim and Blake's musical duet. If there are two or more nouns in a sentence, but they refer to different possession or ownership, each noun must use the apostrophe. What does this mean? In the earlier case, there were two nouns, but they were together. Now we have two or more nouns, but they refer to different ownership, different possession. So then each noun has to be treated separately, and we have to give the apostrophe and S separately to each of the nouns. Look at this sentence. Nitin's shoes and Kevin's jersey are both new. Now here we have Nitin and Kevin. But what they own, they are different. Nitin's shoes, Kevin's jersey. So they are two different things, so the ownership is different. Therefore, we have to put apostrophe S for Nitin also, Kevin also. Now, one thing that we must remember, that possessive case is used with living beings only. Because when we talk, sometimes, casually we just make sentences without really thinking about the grammar. But it is important to note that the possessive case is used with living beings only. Let us see a few examples. The jacket's color is striking. We do talk like this sometimes, very casually. The jacket's color is striking. But actually speaking, this is incorrect because the jacket is an inanimate object. So we do not use this. How do you make the sentence? The color of the jacket is striking. So that is the right usage grammatically. Let's take one more sentence. The handle of the kettle is broken. Because kettle is inanimate. It doesn't have life. So when we say the handle of the kettle is broken, it is correct. But when we say the kettle's handle is broken, actually grammatically it is wrong. It is incorrect. So we should not use the kettle's handle, the jacket's color. We must make the full sentence. The color of the jacket is striking. The handle of the kettle is broken. So now you have learned the concept of possessive or genitive case of nouns. Hopefully the examples helped you to understand the concept better. It is time now to take a quick test on TeachYaar.com to revise what you have learned. To take the test, scan the QR code with your mobile device or click on the link given below the video in the description section and comment section. Subscribe to the TeachYaar YouTube channel for notifications.